So remember Travis Tate, right?
Oh,
No.
Jesus Christ.
Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza.
Can you imagine how completely incomprehensible that would be if you didn't know what any of those words meant?
Yeah, for
like,
all of
Aloy's looking at this is like, the fuck?
It's a day. A person came dressed as me. Obviously, I kicked them out after giving them something, and then they invited me to a thing.
Incidentally, Ted Farrow's super fun post-apocalypse bunker is called Thebes.
Boo!
Yeah.
I want a refund.
That's about it for interesting stuff in that one.
So when do we get to the battle part?
Well, we gotta go and sleep in Olin's apartment first, then we get to the battle. But, we're going up to the ridge to see the defenses up there, because we haven't seen Aaron yet, and he's your favorite character, Chris.
And to be totally clear, the "oh my god" is not an indictment of the game. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having.
That's
this
really cool
build up to
sunset.
your final part. It is actually. This
pretty.
whole area is
Why does the
pretty.
lighting in this game look so great until it just doesn't at night? Like, what is that? Like, look at this shit. This is awesome. But then night comes and it's all like green floodlights everywhere. Which I'll admit looks kind of okay during the snow segments and like in the deep jungle, I guess. But is
Did we
really
ever
weird
see-
out in the desert.
Did we ever check what our helmet looked like?
Oh yeah.
Yes, do that right
Hang on,
now.
We can compare helmets. How do I do that? I think that's in settings.
Unfortunately, the lighting is probably
Show
not
head
great
peak.
for
Nope, That's
fashion.
brightness. On. Okay.
Talana,
Eh,
why are you here?
it's okay.
I'm your hawk.
It's
Where
fine.
else would I be? Defending Meridian with
It's
a
fine.
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not
We actually
stand
have pretty
aside
similar
while
helmets,
mine
all
fights
told.
alone.
This wasn't even on my list of people we could recruit, but
Are
I'm
you
pretty sure she
sure
doesn't show up
you're
unless
risking
she's
your
the
life
Sunhawk,
for
which
all
would
of
mean
us?
we finish the
You can't ask me to
Hunting
stand by
Watch
and
quest, so I guess it's good we did that
not when I
too.
have the power to change
I
it.
don't show up anywhere unless I'm the
Then I won't
Sunhawk
ask you.
too.
It's
I'm
settled.
kind of lazy though.
I will fight by your side. My only request,
I mean, unless I'm declared a Sunhawk, I won't leave the house.
no promises.
Whoa. See, this is cool. It looks a little bit Mars-like, but, you know.
Yep. I'm a big fan of games that have exaggerated colors, if anything.
God, remember that era for like 4
Oh,
years
huh.
where we had nothing but brown and gray?
Yeah.
The shadows
Oh, I
actually updated
remember.
a decent frame rate. You see that a lot with like the Elder Scrolls games where the shadows like update every hour, so they just sort of like suddenly jump.
Tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does mean you could set up a working sundial in that game, which is kind of cool.
Well, I was just noticing that the shadows were moving much, more smoothly in this game.
They do have
So,
that weird
Skyrim.
aliasing, though.
Greetings, Aloy.
Skyrim
Yes.
has that kind of like
You
weird
don't
gray
need to bow,
filter
anointed
on
doesn't
it.
like it.
She
That's
doesn't much
terrible
like
that I
being
really
called
hate.
anointed.
It's a little greenish
It means a lot
blue.
to have you here, Varl.
Yeah,
I gave
kind
her
of a
word.
greenish blue, but
So, Meridian. what
I
do you
I go and I
I've
look at
seen
like shots that taken from
many
assets,
things
which
since I
indicate
first met
that
you.
to an extent they
I should thank you.
pre-applied that filter,
Varl, what's wrong?
like in design
It
development.
looks like it was. Yeah, like they were
Alright.
going for that kind of color
I'm in a
scheme from the
foreign
get-go, and that wasn't like
painted land,
later added
defending
in with a
faithless
filter.
city that looks like nothing
Yeah,
I've
which
seen.
I think is kinder
something
than
I
having
can't
artists
imagine.
make something cool and
And
then
you,
just kind of dropping a
after
filter
all
on
that's
it and
happened,
ruining it.
All you've done,
Yeah.
I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship
I
you,
feel
but
like
I know
Fallout
you don't
3
want that.
was a lot worse in
Boy,
this
things are
respect,
pretty
where
tough
I
for you,
think
huh?
like the green filter on that game is
Thanks
pretty
for
much just a
telling me
green
more
filter.
about it. It's the last thing I need.
Well, it helps cover some
Not
of the
that the-
sins.
Not that the textures were not designed to be like brownish desaturated, but like then they threw the green filter on top of it.
No. I would have come just to see you one more time.
Why is Fallout 4 the first one that has decent art direction in a long time, and that game is just garbage at everything else?
I think the goddess.
I mean, it
and
could be
are in
worse. It
agreement.
could be Fallout 76.
We're both glad you're here.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, that was supposed to be the multiplayer in Fallout 4 at one point, from what I've heard. Varl also shows up regardless, I think. Although I think you can actually skip the quest where you meet Varl, so that could be interesting.
The Eclipse. What does that even... Aloy.
Hey, Aaron.
So here we are again. Gearing up
Nice
for a
football uniform you got going there.
This time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are
You
we
decided to put your helmet on this time.
I'm not sure.
I
But there's gonna be a lot of them.
I think
and
I
all
like
machines.
drunk, tortured Aaron more than like
Past us.
stable football man Aaron.
Just Meridian
Let's
that will
undo
fall.
his character
The
development.
rest of the world will go with it.
We don't like it. Take it back.
Big.
I actually just googled "you gotta eat dirt" because I was trying to remember who says that we gotta eat it, and one of the first things I saw was our episode. So we've cornered the SEO market on "gotta eat dirt." We're like fourth
Great.
place.
You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard.
Next to
my
people
God,
who are
really?
literally eating dirt, please.
Narrator, they did.
We're here for you.
Thank you.
There's an Indiegogo link that says "you gotta eat dirt before you die." Art changes lives. It raised $620 of a $3,000 flexible goal.
Where's Sona?
It looks like this was really well intentioned, so I won't roast it.
Can we roast
We
the
got
sex
another...
Who roast the what now?
The what?
button? You haven't seen that stupid Kickstarter going around today?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh. Excuse me.
I thought you were about to read somehow from like the copy for like the weird sex thing that you just happen to have handy for suspicious reasons.
No, I was just saying we could make fun of it. I didn't know if anyone had any material ready.
Oh no, just like when Josh cleared his throat just then. I
Oh.
felt like he was about to give a blistering monologue ripped straight from the what was it called again? Sex Spot?
Let me find it.
Is it actually called that?
Oh, it's a
Oh,
sex
Josh.
spot.
Okay, I'm good. That's what I get
It's
for
the
drinking cold coffee.
Love Sink is what it's called.
That's so much worse.
Yeah.
It's like
Your
too.
sperm's in the gutter, your
if
love's
you
in the
read it
sink.
too literally. Oh yeah, I was just gonna.
Oh, here Elizabeth Sobek delivers the death blow argument to the idea of having clones continually maintaining the Alpha facility in Gaia Prime. I really, really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia one generation only.
So really, it's Travis Tate's fault. The entire universe is.
Yes, I mean, when you really get down to it,
Ted
that
Farrow made
guy-
some mistakes, but
Ted Farrow made just a few mistakes, but ultimately Travis Tate really fucked everything up. Where is
You know,
Sona?
It might have seemed implausible that one person could just repeatedly fuck everything up so badly that the entire world crumbles, but after a few years of being on Twitter, I totally buy it.
Than the
Here we
highest
go.
tree. These cards are in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many.
War Chief
Like, can you
Sona.
imagine, like, Travis Tate is, like, fucking the world over, and just, like, every day people are posting memes about him on Twitter, about, like, what a dumbass he is, until they all fucking die.
I do not belong here.
Man.
I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry.
And I'm sorry for my headgear.
My spear, my word.
It's not that
Character
bad.
design is pretty awesome, too, actually.
Okay, but there are some armors with some not great headgear. What's the worst headgear here? This is pretty bad. How about look at that shit? And then of course there's the Oseram Arrowbreaker Heavy, where we just kind of we got a pad up there doing something.
If I was in the post-apocalypse, I would definitely try to convince everyone that Huggies are headgear.
Where would you find an intact box of Huggies?
I would put them in my cache specifically for
We're
this
gonna
purpose.
teleport. Because I don't want to ride the elevator all the way back up and deal with whatever that weird broken thing was.
A while ago, I was gonna run a post-apocalyptic campaign that I ended up having to axe, where the whole thing was gonna be a post-apocalyptic society trying to find a legendary place where they have some kind of demonstration that teaches the history of the society that was before. And then when they arrive, it's basically like a wax museum built by this rich billionaire dude, which explains that all of society was his idea and that he's the Messiah, and that they should totally all worship him. And it ends at basically a free gift shop where you just take a bunch of trinkets and idols with his face on them and take them back to your people.
Bobbleheads.
Okay, but which
that
is
another new
worse?
Yes, that is another new one. No, this is not another new one. Is this a new one? No. Okay.
Which is worse?
The 1995 to 2000 whatever run of The Outer Limits, or the 2002 era run of The Twilight Zone?
I imagine that would be really hard to answer. I actually have not seen either, but boy.
Yeah.
They just... For anybody who wasn't aware that either of those existed, I don't blame you.
I'm gonna give the edge to The Outer
What
Limits.
happened to Scott Bakula, by the way? I hear that he was really good in, what's it called?
Twilight Zone and Quantum Leap.
Yeah,
so not
Quantum
Twilight
Leap.
Zone. Stargate.
And then,
Sorry.
No, he wasn't in Stargate. Star Trek. He was the captain of the Enterprise on Enterprise, and he was terrible. How do I get to your apartment, Olin?
No, I guess he wasn't in Stargate. I thought he was in SG-1. I guess... I don't know what I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of Richard Dean Anderson?
Maybe. I didn't actually watch SG-1.
Are you thinking MacGyver or... Oh, here we go.
You know what? I think we're good. I think we don't need to diagnose what pop
not
culture thing
examine
I have
that
seen.
too
actually had Scott
closely.
Bakula in it.
Apparently he's the main guy on NCIS New Orleans, so...
Wait, what?
He's Nickus.
Nickus.
NCIS.
I'm curious before
BoJack
we rest
Horseman
here.
joke.
Is there's still a hole here? Is there still all this evidence that Olin's family was kidnapped? Nothing to scan here. No, it's all been cleared out. Too bad. And just be another reminder that we forgot to rescue them.
Now they're just straight up forgotten. Which is, in a way, more morbid.
No way back. We don't have any more preparations to do, right? No.
Actually, in all caps.
Actually, now is a great time to start our 4th side quest stream.
Back to where we started, before the trial. Only in a nicer bed.
We had a neck wound at that point.
This is one of the only times we actually see her lie down or
Yeah.
How did you rust? After you lost your family?
Unlike all video game characters, nobody believes in covers.
Are you there?
Claw physics are hard. Is there a dream sequence?
No.
There are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
I gotta say that's pretty much the worst thing ever when you get woken up because something urgent is happening. You don't know how long you've been asleep. You don't know, like...
You don't have time to think about that. You just gotta go.
Yeah.
I want a VOD's
Gotta get
hat.
that helmet up.
Also, a VOD looks a lot like Nil, but with like a nicer beard.
Massing forces for the long march to the city gates.
But it's not with smoke.
What is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Ah, shit, they blew up that place. Did they blow up a volcano? Oh yeah, these things that are so difficult to fight. It's kind of awkward that they'd be better off just bringing corrupted Thunderjaws instead of the old world machines.
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
Yeah, maybe you should have appointed Aloy officially a general before this all happened.
Helis!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those
So
guns.
Helis is here
He
now.
will cut you down!
And he has the biggest hat of all.
That's how this game doles out power.
It's like, I should obviously be the king. Look at my hat.
Should have fought me in this.
Now I'm starting to understand why you like this game so much. It's like the TF2 connection of the hats. The extravagance of it all.
Overwatch really is just extremely underwhelming in terms of headgear.
In retrospect, we should, knowing that we're going to be under siege, we shouldn't have left all this toxic explosive goo around.
Yeah, why is there a bunch of blaze here? Helis is kind of dumb. He just sort of follows you and runs into your bombs. Excuse me, I need to go kill this guy. Wait your turn, Helis.
Can he not die until you've killed his
The death
henchman?
warriors keep firing. This
No, I just want to kill this guy. Oh, he's running the wrong direction. There we go.
Only Helis.
Hi. So he just kind of has a buttload of health.
Is there a reason for that?
He's the final human fight in the game.
Right, but like,
What the
is there
fuck?
a reason?
That blew up.
Is there a reason he's that strong?
Must run red.
Like, is he half robot
Not a
now?
diegetic reason, no.
So
He
it's
didn't
just
skip
literally
leg day,
he's
I
the
don't know.
boss.
He's just, yeah, he's got a big health bar because that's how this works.
I'm gonna blame the
Come on,
hat.
Helis, let's go. You can do it. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Maybe if you were chosen, you shouldn't have walked into like 9 tripwires.
To be.
What do we want to say here?
Head, brain.
Brain.
Fist.
You're
Oh.
done. Hades is next.
I don't got time for this. We gotta go.
I don't got time to sit around and figure out what I want to say. His daggers are bouncing, and his head is bouncing too. His hat, so that's neat.
He died with about as much dignity
Oh no,
as
we
as he
can't get the
deserved.
resist corruption weave. We won't be able to use.